And see how that first round of the draft is shaping up. You mentioned the Chicago Bears. They have the #1 pick. And I'm going to tell you right now, they are taking Caleb Williams. Intrigue surrounding Washington with the #2 pick. It looks like it's going to be Jayden Daniels with Drake Maye going to New England. According to reports, Michigan quarterback J.J. McCarthy expected to go in the top 10, but which team will it be? Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers are sitting there at 5. Could the Vikings make a charge up the draft board? And, of course, the Lions sitting at 29. So many Lions fans may be waiting a while to hear their team make a selection. General manager Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell have both said they would not hesitate to trade out of the first round if the deal was right. As for their draft process, Holmes says he and the scouting department say to be a Lion, players need to have the right combination of talent and character that fit the team's culture.
The best thing about scouting is you get 20 people, 10 people, however many, looking at the same film in a dark room, and you got, 10 different opinions. That's what's awesome about it. When we first got here, we had a ton of needs, so we could go for the most talented guy, the guy that really fit the most. We could have gotten so many different directions. Really, with where the roster is now, I actually think you even have more flexibility to not be anchored into a need.
Well, here's a look at the arsenal of picks the Lions have going into the draft. They have their normal picks in the 1st, 2nd, 5th, 6th, and 7th rounds. That's the 29 slot. In the 3rd round, the Lions have the 73rd overall pick. They got that in the T.J. Hockenson deal a year ago. No 4th rounder this year, but they do have an extra 6 that they got from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. As far as needs go, here are my top 3 for the Lions. An edge rusher to complement Aiden Hutchinson, Laiatu Latu, and Jared Verse. Good targets, though they may have to trade up to the mid-1st round. How about receiver? This is regarded as a deep draft at the position. I expect the Lions at least to take one over the course of their 3-day draft. And finally, quarterback. Names like Terrion Arnold, Cooper DeJean, and Quinyon Mitchell are names to watch. And sometimes top 30 visits can give us a clue at where a team's head is at. Look at some of the names you see for Detroit and their projected draft ranges. The 2 Alabama quarterbacks met with Detroit. That's Terrion Arnold and Kool-Aid McKinstry, as did Michigan men Mikey Sainristil and Roman Wilson, not too far down the road in Ann Arbor. The explosive Xavier Legette from NC State also took a top 30 with Detroit. And pay attention to those projected